What if I told you that the creepy world of Courage the Cowardly Dog is not just fiction? What if it's based on true missing cases, strange disappearances, and disturbing real-life events? That rundown house in the middle of nowhere, those terrifying monsters, that constant feeling of dread. Maybe it all started with something real, something no one talks about. Today, we dive deep into one of the darkest cartoon theories of all time. Let's start with the setting, nowhere, Kansas. It's where Courage lives with Muriel and Eustace, in a place with no people, no help, just dry wind and dirt. Sounds made up, right? But strange thing is, back in the 1950s, police reports came out from rural Kansas. People missing, no signs of where they went. One specific case mentions an old couple found dead in their home. No struggle, no thief, just silence. Their dog, gone without a trace. Then decades later, Courage aired, and fans noticed something weird. The house in the cartoon looked almost exactly like the one from those black and white police photos. The desert looked the same too. Maybe it's just inspired, or maybe it's all based on something that really happened. Now let's look at the characters. Muriel, sweet, protective, and quiet. Eustace, cold, angry, and always yelling. But here's something creepy. The couple from the real case were also old, isolated, and had no known family. Could they be the inspiration? Some fans even say the show creators used real photos to sketch the characters. And Eustace's mask? It's not just a joke. It might represent how some people hide who they really are, especially those who hurt others. The whole house in the show acts alive. Walls move, doors shake, eyes appear in pictures. What if that house was more than just haunted? What if Courage is the only one still alive, and the rest just stuck spirits, replaying the past over and over again? There's another theory, that each villain in the show is actually based on a real fear or traumatic event. For example, Katz, the red cat who runs shady businesses. He might represent child predators or dangerous strangers. Or Freaky Fred, the barber who loves shaving people bald, possibly based on mental illness or obsession. These characters weren't just monsters, they felt too real, their actions too close to home. And Courage, always scared but always fighting back, seems to reflect a real survivor, someone who went through things no dog should. What about the setting itself? The show repeats the same themes: being alone, being forgotten, and being helpless. In one episode, Courage finds a message carved into a rock: return the slab. Another time, a strange creature drags Muriel away. Many fans believe these were coded references to real fears: abduction, possession, loss. The creators of the show were known for pushing dark themes, sometimes too dark for a kids' show. Some psychologists even analyzed episodes and found patterns related to trauma. Could it be that the entire show is Courage's memory, a way of processing a childhood filled with fear? Now here's where it gets darker. Some claim that Courage died, and the whole show is a spiritual limbo. Think about it. Courage is the only one who reacts. Everyone else acts normal. The villains never kill, just scare. And the world resets every episode. In this theory, Courage is reliving pieces of his past. The fears, the people he loved, the things he couldn't save. And by facing these fears episode after episode, he's trying to move on, but he's stuck. That's why the setting never changes. That's why no one ever remembers anything from the last episode. In the end, maybe Courage the Cowardly Dog wasn't meant to entertain. Maybe it was a message, a quiet cry about isolation, trauma, and fear. It connected with kids because many of them felt alone too. The monsters in the show weren't just characters, they were metaphors for pain, for silence, for the things kids couldn't say. And in every episode, Courage stood up. He was scared, always scared, but he still fought back. Maybe that's the point of the show, that courage doesn't mean not being afraid. It means acting anyway, even when your world is falling apart. So next time you watch Courage the Cowardly Dog, look deeper. Behind every scream, every jump scare, every strange visitor, there might be something real, something heartbreaking, something that was never supposed to be understood by kids. But maybe that's what made it powerful. Was it all fiction? Or was it a story of a dog who saw too much and still kept going?